10 really small things that make you less attractive to men. Woman meets man, soul meets soul. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Okay, not exactly. There are dozens of characteristics that influence attraction, and while we'd like to think that we choose our romantic partners carefully, research reveals that certain superficial factors play a much bigger role than others. If you're having problems meeting people or failing to impress on dates, you might be unknowingly sending off a signal that makes you appear less appealing. That's the bad news. The good news is that understanding how attraction works will increase your chances of impressing that special someone. Here are a few of the surprising things that make you less attractive to men, according to the experts. Bad-mouthing your body. Nothing is more unappealing than a woman who constantly reminds men how out of shape she is. I recall talking to this one woman who appeared to be really attractive to me when I was single, and then she started talking about how she needed to lose weight since she was so overweight. She suddenly appeared overweight and unattractive. Listen, I get that having a positive body image is a big problem for you, but work on it with your girlfriends or a counselor, not potential suitors. You're probably quite attractive, and making negative comments about your body just undermines your attractiveness. Number 2, failing to reciprocate. I believe it is the man's responsibility to take the first step, but once he does, please don't just stand there and hope he's secure enough to do it again. Men are typically very insecure about initiating, so if you want him to try again, respond in some way. This may be sending a humorous emoji in a text, complimenting him, or asking him questions in return. It does not, however, mean throwing yourself at him, which is the subject of my next point. Coming off as desperate. When a woman portrays desperation, it's mainly due to how she feels when she interacts with a man rather than what she is doing. Here's what I mean. If you're about to text, talk, touch, or take chances with a man, and you feel that grabbing, clingy, gotta make something happen or I'm never going to get married feeling, stop. Stop right there. Men want to win their partner, not have her thrown across their front doorstep. Know that you are a valuable and appealing woman because God created you that way, and act on that assumption whenever you interact with a man. Your attitude. When it comes to dating, you can't fake it till you make it. People can sense fakeness whether you're dating online, meeting someone through a friend, or going to a bar. The more you try, the more you'll pretend to be someone you're not, and people will see straight through your bluff. And of course, when I advise you to be confident, I don't mean to be arrogant or aloof. You must be willing to find love. You must be open to finding a partner. Be confident in your skin and honest about who you are, while smiling brightly and keeping optimistic about the possibilities. Your table manners. Speaking of hunger, be mindful of what you do when you're scarfing down food in front of a potential romantic partner. Sugeri Gonzalez, founder of Love Sugeri and host of Revolver Podcast, shares a story of being absolutely grossed out by the man she was on a date with. I was immediately turned off by a man I briefly dated and secretly loved after a revealing lunch date, she says. When I say revealing, I mean that he exposed the food in his mouth. The man I thought was the one chewed like a horse, mouth wide open and teeth visible. And we shouldn't have to mention it, but phone etiquette is a vital aspect of modern table manners. If you're out to dinner with someone, put your phone away. Glancing at the screen and typing messages sends an obvious indication that you don't like your date. It's important to look up from time to time. Having a huge ego. You are an extremely confident woman. You believe in yourself completely, and you feel proud of your accomplishments and everything about yourself. But if you try too hard to be a show-off, men will undoubtedly find you unappealing. According to research, persons who boast about themselves are unaware of the full amount of the unfavorable reactions they receive from others. Instead of making guys fall for you, you'll be viewed as an egocentric and overconfident, arrogant lady who is obsessed with proving how fantastic she thinks she is. Preferably, you ought to try to be humble and secure in yourself, as arrogance will only drive guys away. Negative vibes. Regardless of your appearance, if you consistently have a negative attitude, you'll be deemed physically unattractive. Because, according to one study, men consider women physically unattractive if their personalities appear negative. You can go through a variety of emotions every day. This is actually normal because everyone else does. No matter what emotion you're experiencing, you should always make an attempt to retain a positive attitude and be more optimistic and less pessimistic. Being mean to other women. Are you a drama queen? Do you regularly go out of your way to be rude to other women? I got it. You try to show off or impress your partner by engaging in catfights with other ladies. If you do, it's not surprising that he already finds you unattractive. Do you want to impress him by outperforming the competition? Why not get that promotion at work? Or commit to being your best self, showcasing your best qualities without trying to bring anyone down. But remember, just don't boast about your accomplishments. Instead, make them something you're proud of. Criticizing your ex too much. I understand how you feel. I understand how much pain, anguish, and sadness your ex has caused you. I know you're heartbroken, and I sympathize. However, you do not have to criticize and vent about all your ex has done to you in front of a new guy, because it is unattractive. Perhaps you're just trying to show him that you're over your prior relationship and he doesn't need to worry about it. However, criticizing and bad-mouthing your ex is the very worst method to convey such a message, since he will not only perceive you as hateful or hostile, but he'll also believe you still have feelings for your ex. If you repeatedly criticize your ex around him, he'll be forced to consider being the target of your bitter words if anything goes wrong between the two of you in the future. Instead, you should let go of the past and enjoy your current relationship. And finally, you're not giving him breathing space. Do you ever feel like you want your man at your side all day? Well, you're simply needy, and I guarantee you he already finds you unappealing. Perhaps you want him to feel wanted at all times. However, you must let him breathe. Because no matter how much he loves you, he needs some space, which is not necessarily a reflection of his feelings for you. Relationship specialist Sean Horan explains, I like to think at it this way. I love eating cake, but I can't eat it 24/7. If you constantly insist that he stay with you at all times, you'll be portraying yourself as an overly dependent partner. Instead, keep yourself busy by planning regular outings with friends, taking a fitness class, doing activities you enjoy while he does his own, and then relaxing together while you discuss your experiences. Well, there you have it. 10 really small things that make you less attractive to men. Hope it helped, and thanks for watching.